let's go to most improved. Look, I don't think I want to spend a lot of time on this award. It's just the odds are insane every year for this. And really, like, you can get odds on almost like any player that isn't a star. Right now, the favorite for this award is Anthony Edwards at 10-1. Tyrese Halliburton 14-1, Zion Williamson 14-1, Jalen Brunson 16-1, RJ Barrett 22-1, Cade Cunningham 22-1, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Simons, Tyrese Maxey 25-1, Jordan Poole, Scotty Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Jalen Green, Colin Sexton 30-1, DeAndre Ayton and Michael Porter Jr. 35-1, a lot of dudes at 40 and 50-1, and then a lot of dudes like way out. Is there a name that like just stands out to you? I don't even know that like I care about the odds here. Is there just like a guy that you're looking at league wide where you're like, oh yeah, that's an interesting name for most improved?
Yeah, and we already talked about him briefly, but I really do like Anthony Simons. Like people were probably missed last year how good he was and how much better he got in terms of, with his volume and his 3-point shooting and just being overall more efficient. Because Portland was in one of the most obvious tanks ever, just sitting out players and whatnot. And it's not like they come on TV. But if he is going to start and take on that CJ McCollum role, and, if Damian Lillard is, I forget the terminology you use, if he's 100% of what he can be or something like that.
Right.
If he's really good and Portland is better than expected, that's likely because of Dame, and then other people are going to play well also. And if he's at, I don't know if he'll get to 17 points per game like he was last year, just because he's going to have an actual team around him this year. But if he's really good and he's, forms a pseudo 1-2 punch with Lillard and they're a decent team, I like that pick a lot.
So last year, Ja Morant won this award. I think that's probably why Anthony Edwards is seen as the favorite. DeJounte Murray was second, Darius Garland third, Jordan Poole fourth, Desmond Bane fifth. A lot of these guys, you saw the breakout late in the previous season. And then people just kind of noticed it the year that it happened, or the year, like the following year. Most improved player the year before, Julius Randle, like almost swept the award because he had that crazy, what seems like an outlier second team All NBA year. Then Jeremy Grant, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Wood were your 2, 3, 4. In 2020, most improved player went to Brandon Ingram, another very young player, Bam Adebayo. Then Luka Doncic finished third. That's a staggering vote to me. I just don't love that this award is like non-definitional in so many ways.
I was going to say it's hard to know who qualifies for like Zion can he actually, he averaged 27 the last time we saw him. It's not like he had a bad season. He was hurt. So like Anthony Edwards, it's hard to, like you said, hard to define the award and who's worthy of winning it, because it's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, like I don't know. None of these names like immediately stand out to me, I guess.
Ant's the obvious one for the reason that you just stated, because of what we saw with Ja last year.
Like, do you know one of the most improved players in the NBA last year I thought was Jared Allen with Cleveland. Just particularly defensively. Even in terms of accolades, like he went from being a guy that Brooklyn didn't really like, or wanted to start DeAndre Jordan over, and like the players in Brooklyn wanted to start DeAndre Jordan over, to getting to Cleveland, playing pretty well with Cleveland. And then the next year going from like solid starting center to all-star, like literally made the all-star team. Jared Allen did not get a single vote for most improved player last year. Like guys like Max Strus, who I love and called out as a breakout guy last year, Jalen Brunson, Miles Bridges, Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Simons, Robert Williams, like these guys all got votes. I just don't know what the criteria is here, I guess. And that's what throws me off. Maybe it is just Anthony Edwards, or maybe it's, maybe it's Mo Bamba sitting here at 250-1. I don't know. Ooh. Like anywhere in the middle sounds good to me.
Anything's a possibility, basically.
Yeah. Lonzo Ball, I think, would have been interesting for this, but Lonzo is going to miss the start of the year.
Yeah.
I
So
don't.
with another one, kind of, you talked about how it was very obvious. We saw player X come on at the end of the year, the season before,
Yeah,
and then people started to notice. And when you said that, I immediately thought, okay, Jalen Brunson, like he was good
yeah,
for all of last year, but I mean, he had the huge playoffs, which is probably what got him paid when Luka was out and stuff. Even when Luka came back, and like now he's not gonna have his own team, but he's gonna be in New York. He's gonna have a role similar to what he did with Dallas, ball in his hands. His dad's on staff, so he's gonna get to rock out. Um,
yeah,
is that another potential? You
yeah,
never know. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's like a real
16 to
potential
1, I
outcome.
think, is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, like New York market. RJ
yeah,
Barrett, another one. Like feels like I wrote about RJ Barrett being polarizing a little while ago. Like that's another one that's interesting to me. Um, yeah, it's a weird award. I don't know that
yeah.
we need to spend more time on it.